Here we go. Look at your shirt.
It's got a heart on it.
Yep. What does that mean? Hearts and stuff.
Well, in the month of February, I think you can tell what it means.
Black History Month. That's right.
Yup. It's what that means.
I knew it. Figured it out.
Yep, because my shirt's black. We love Black History Month.
That's what the hearts are for.
Yep.
You got hearts on your pants, where the pants can be seen.
They're white and black.
So, February. Heart Month. Black History Month. And that other holiday. Holiday, quote, unquote. Right?
Do all the countries celebrate this holiday?
No.
Why?
No. Not every country celebrates Christmas. You know what Japan does for Christmas?
Does Japan have Christmas?
No, but at that time of year, there are Americans that go to Japan, of course. But at that time of year, there's these crazy KFC deals. Like they celebrate what Christians celebrate as Christmas holidays. Japan has these incredible deals on buckets and buckets of chicken.
I think I've seen that before. Like Japanese people have KFC for Christmas.
Yeah, because they don't celebrate Christmas like Americans, Christian world does.
And in other places, like Hindus have Diwali.
Diwali. Mm-hmm.
Is that the celebration of light or color?
I think Hanukkah is the celebration of light, right? Or lights.
Well, Hindu, there's a celebration of lights and color. I think Holi, Holi, might be the celebration of color, and then Diwali is the celebration of lights.
Interesting.
Because Jewish have Hanukkah.
Right.
I don't know what other people have.
One day we'll get there. Because we'll talk about that stuff during that time of year. We'll figure it out. But that has nothing to do with what we're talking about now.
It has a little. It's a holiday.
It's a quote unquote holiday. Holiday. Another commercialization. Anyway, you're Phoenix. I'm Will. And we're here to bring on the questions. Thanks.
You can find all of our links and you can find where we're all on and at linktree.com/BOTQS.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, all those fun things. Beansprout, Buzzsprout, Podbean. What's going on? Some of those work, some of those don't. Podbean, Buzzsprout, I think is what it is.
I don't know any of those because I'm not an avid podcast listener.
Oh. So you distribute the product, but you don't try your product.
I listen to one from time to time.
The visuals can be seen on Linktree.com. Well, they can't be seen there, but there's links to where the visuals live. YouTube and Instagram and TikTok.
I think that's all our visuals. We only have 3.
Let's get going, shall we?
Yeah.
So, Miss Phoenix, what question are we bringing in this episode?
Why do we celebrate Valentine's Day?
Yep, we'll do a little bit of what's and we'll do a little bit of why's.
I have a Monster High reference. There's, Dracula, the vampire.
Sure.
And then there's another vampire, and I don't know. I just know of him. I don't know which movies or episodes. But Valentine is another vampire who had a love... Spoilers. He put Dracula under a love spell. And Dracula, fell in love with him for a period of time. And she said that he even created a holiday for her, Valentine's Day.
Oh, he created it for her. It's a nice lore in Monster High.
But he named it after himself.
Oh, okay.
Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it was from that particular vampire, but in Monster High lore, sure.
I don't think it was from any particular vampire.
Oh. Are you sure? We should read some more.
Yeah,
we'll get
probably.
into it. The contemporary iteration of Valentine's Day, characterized by a highly ritualized exchange of cards, confectionery, and floral arrangements, is the result of a complex historical synthesis. It represents the layering of ancient Roman illustration rituals, medieval literary invention, and the industrialization of sentiment. Industrialized sentiment. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy a factory for you out of love.
No, that's not. Maybe that could be actually.
Actually, no. I'm gonna mine some coal for you and put peanut butter on it to turn it into a diamond.
Peanut buttery diamond.
Because that's how you totally make a diamond from coal, according to 5-Minute Crafts.
With peanut butter? It's got to be organic peanut butter?
I don't know.
What? Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was 5-Minute Crafts. I just know I've seen that type of video somewhere when I was younger, that you could just turn coal into a diamond with peanut butter.
That's
like you wash off the coal part off of the diamond with peanut butter.
That should be more like on 5-year crafts or 5,000-year crafts.
It wasn't, because you also put it in the freezer. I'm pretty sure.
What? There's none of that. What kind of homunculus are you making? To understand why modern society celebrates this day, one must move beyond the superficial commercial veneer and examine the visceral origins of the festival, the hagiographical mysteries of its namesake saints, and the sociological mechanisms that transformed a martyr's feast into a global phenomenon of romantic expression. We will try to provide a comprehensive examination of these historical strata, tracing the holiday's evolution from the blood-soaked hides of Lupercalia to the digital and material gift economies of the 21st century.
The earliest precursor to the mid-February celebration is not found in Christian tradition, but in the ancient Roman festival of Lupercalia. Celebrated between February 13th and 15th, Lupercalia was primarily a lustration, a ritual of purification and the aversion of evil, intended to cleanse the city and promote fertility. The timing of the festival, occurring exactly 1 month before the start of the archaic Roman New Year in March, underscores its function as a period of transition and renewal.
We talked about that in the months episode. How do the months get their names?
You should go watch that.
Archaic Roman New Year started in March, because that's when they could march.
And they had their 2 months of
nothing.
Hibernation.
Basically.
Because there's really nothing in the 2 months of January and February.
61 days of nothingness.
Anyways, the mythological foundations of Lupercalia are deeply rooted in the origins of Rome itself. The festival honored
Faunus,
the god of agriculture and fertility, as well as Lupercus, a deity often associated with the protection of flocks from wolves. Central to the festival's lore was the Lupercal, a cave at the base of the Palatine Hill where the city's legendary founders, Romulus and Remus, were purportedly nurtured by a she-wolf, Lupa.
You know about that?
Yeah, that's in the story of Romulus and Remus, who I also talked about in the past. in the month video.
They were purportedly nurtured by a she-wolf?
Yeah, they were the sons of, I'm pretty sure Mars and some other, like a king's daughter.
Oh, okay.
The god Mars and the king's daughter.
Immortal.
Yes. And so I think that was like a secret affair between Mars and, you know.
Traditionally, gods and immortals are a secret. The Minotaur and Zeus had feelings for a bull. Not a bull. Cow? I don't know. Anyway,
Probably
the Minotaur
a
had
horse.
horns. A horse? The
Oh,
Minotaur?
wait, no, that's a centaur.
Right. I don't know how centaurs came to be. Yet.
Probably Zeus and a horse.
Could be.
But Romulus and Remus were two sons of a princess and Mars, the god. And so they were like sent down a river, and a mother wolf found them while she was drinking water, I'm pretty sure. And so she went and nurtured them alongside her own children. And she raised them, and eventually Romulus and Remus like went out on their own, I think. And like they found out maybe it was their uncle.
Uncle. Poseidon?
No, uncle who like was ruling.
Oh, that's Greek. Oh. Okay.
But eventually they killed the king, and then they fought on who, like, what the name would be. Romulus wanted it to be Rome because Rome, and Remus wanted it to be Rhene because Remus, Rhene. And so they fought, and I think you can tell who won.
Reem. He didn't mean to kill his brother, so he named Rome in honor of his brother.
Nope.
No?
Romulus won, and Remus died. And so it was named Rome, and not Rhene. That is one of a few stories of how Rome was discovered.
Founded.
Founded. Discovered. Whatever you want to call it.
Wasn't already there.
How Rome was
built in a day. No. How it was named. Period. Boom, done.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Maybe we'll dive deeper into that story at some point.
Well, there's 3 different stories.
Like, why? No, we can't get into it right now. No. I want to know why the mother sent the boys down the river in an attempt to get rid of them. But it was probably she wanted to hide the fact that she had an affair with a god or such nonsense.
I think it was her uncle who like made her do that. Because
he probably got some kind of prophecy that said one of his nephews is going to overthrow him or something. No?
I don't think that's it. I forget because it was so long ago that I learned the story.
All right, we'll get into it at some point.
I learned this in the middle of the year, like
a year ago.
November, I think.
That's it? 6 months? You already forgot?
I don't pay attention to that.
4 months.
It was in my social studies class.
Social studies is important.
Not to my career. Not to my career path. Ancient Roman history is not important to forensic science.
All right. The rituals of Lupercalia were visceral and highly structured, overseen by a college of priests known as the Luperci. The ceremony began at the Lupercal cave and with the sacrifice of male goats and a dog. Yep, unpack that however you like. The goat symbolized sexuality and reproductive vigor, while the dog represented the protective boundaries of the city. Following the sacrifice, 2 young Luperci were led to the altar. Their foreheads were touched with the bloody sacrificial knife, and the blood was immediately wiped away with wool dipped in milk. A specific liturgical requirement was that the young men must laugh during this process, a gesture meant to signal the successful placation of the gods and the restoration of vitality.
That sounds like such medieval torture.
Psycho.
Like, you're gonna laugh while your hands be cut open and then touched by wool dipped in milk? And my tears are coming down my eyes.
No, they weren't cut. The goat was sacrificed, and the dog was sacrificed, and the blood was smeared on each of their foreheads from the knife. And then they touched their foreheads together while laughing hysterically.
Oh.
After it was touched to their foreheads, that's when it was wiped away with wool dipped in milk.
But how are you wiping away if it's already got milk in the wool?
No, the milk is cleansing the blood from the knife. So, cut the goat, cut the dog, smear it on this guy's forehead, smear it on this guy's forehead, take the wool, dip it in milk. Whose milk? We don't know. And then clean the knife. Oh, no. No, they didn't clean the knife. They cleaned it off.
Yeah.
The foreheads.
Then you're just going to get milk on your face. Bloody milk.
Why are you so against rituals? Huh?
This ritual is psycho. This sounds like medieval torture.
And that's why we don't see gods anymore. They're not protecting us from anything anymore. Because of people like you.
I
bring back tradition.
I don't think they were listening to gods. I think they were listening to demons. Have you seen Henry VIII?
Was he a god listener? He wanted divorces, right?
Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived.
Yeah.
He only truly loved 2 of them.
Because they gave him sons?
Most likely.
Well, there you go. What god was in any of that? He was just, he was a jerk.
Medieval times, man. Medieval times.
He didn't want to be part of the church, so that's when he created divorce. I think that's the guy. He's like, I can marry somebody else. What are you talking about? We don't need your church. We'll make our own. Because it was illegal by the church to divorce. He's like, that's dumb.
Well, he thought he was listening to some sort of god if he made his own church.
A demon persuaded him to make his own church. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I don't think they were listening to very many gods or angels.
He came way later on. Talk about the Lupercalia some more.
That's so medieval. The Lupercalia then cut the hides of the sacrificed goats into thin strips called ferbrua, from which the month of February derives its name. Armed with these strips, the priests, often naked or clad only in the skins of the sacrificed animals, ran a circuit around the base of the Palatine Hill. As they ran, they struck women who stood along the path with the ferbrua. Far from being a form of punishment, this contact was actively sought by Roman women, who believed the spanking would ensure fertility and ease the pains of childbirth.
Bring back tradition. Can you imagine watching this? Like,
I don't want
on NBC.
Tradition.
On NBC, we've got the Olympics, but over here on ABC, well, we've got.
I don't want this tradition. Of course you want this tradition. You're a man.
It's hilarious. It would draw people in.
This is crazy. It would...
Figure skating for the women folk, and then Roman tradition for the men folk.
No wonder men are so invested in their Roman Empire. Like their... What's it called? My Roman...
What?
I feel like it's empire.
My Roman Empire? What are you talking about?
Yeah,
My big fat Greek wedding?
no, like there's a period of time, I think in 2024, where men were like super obsessed with like Roman Empire stuff. I'm pretty sure.
I think it's an age thing. Men of a certain age get deep into the World War II history. Men of a certain age will then get into Roman history. No?
I feel like women would be more invested in World War II.
Women? There were a number of women involved in World War II, but yeah, I mean, anybody could be. Or there's something there for everyone, Phoenix.
What's your favorite historical tragedy event, whatever? Because mine's Henry VIII and all that.
Those guys. Why? He was just lobbing heads off women's.
Because medieval stuff is so interesting and freaky and weird.
You got all that right.
It's fascinating and so weird in every different way. I just want to learn how they like live their lives, because Elizabeth I was Henry VIII and is it Anna Frank?
No, Anne Boleyn.
Anne Boleyn's daughter.
Was it Anne Boleyn?
It might have been. I'm sure it wasn't Anne, but I think it was, because Anne was beheaded, the first one. Anne Boleyn. Yeah, I'm thinking to the Six musical, which is all about them.
I don't know how we got to Henry VIII and talking about Valentine's Day.
Medieval, man. Medieval.
This is a bit before that. Can we keep going?
Is it 80?
It's 496 AD.
So that's medieval.
Oh, we're not very mid. It's like the 6th century, 5th century, almost 6th. Where's mid? 1,000 years ago, because this is 2000 and some?
No.
Medieval? It's not the middle. Medieval, right?
Yeah.
All right, we'll keep going.
Well, it's medieval because it was after the ancient. After ancient was medieval.
Define
and so
ancient.
all CE/AD was medieval.
So BC is ancient to you and AD is medieval.
I feel like once we got to the 18th century, we stopped being medieval.
Basically when guns were invented.
So yeah, swords and knights and all that is medieval.
And that transition, when guns were invented and we were using black powder, gunpowder to vanquish our enemies instead of trebuchets and melee weapons.
Well, I'm pretty sure the Chinese invented gunpowder in ancient China. They also invented tea.
Those were fireworks.
And fireworks.
We gotta keep talking about Valentine's Day, Phoenix. We're getting too distracted by other things. Historical accounts, though debated by some scholars, suggest that Lupercalia is also included a matchmaking component. Ooh, here we go. It is reported that young women would place their names in a large urn or box from which men would draw names to determine pairings for the duration of the festival. Yay, match game. These temporary unions frequently resulted in long-term relationships and marriage. By the end of the 5th century, the rise of Christianity led to the suppression of pagan festivals. Pope Gelasius I, seeking to eradicate the unchristian excesses of Lupercalia, officially outlawed the festival around 496 AD. In its place, the church emphasized the feast of St. Valentine, which had been established on February 14 to commemorate Christian martyrdom. This transition was an act of cultural assimilation, replacing a violent fertility rite with a more sanitized celebration of virtue, though the underlying themes of coupling and spring renewal persisted.
The historical identity of Saint Valentine is fragmented along several early Christian martyrs who share the name Valentinus. That's Latin for what?
Valentine. I have no idea. I'll look it up while you read the rest.
The Roman Catholic Church recognized at least 3 distinct individuals martyred on February 14th, 2 of whom are the primary candidates for the holiday's namesake. The most prominent figure is Valentine of Rome, a priest who lived during the 3rd century under the reign of Emperor Claudius II. Claudius, known as Claudius the Cruel, was embroiled in various military campaigns and found difficulty in recruiting soldiers. Believing that married men were too distracted by their domestic responsibilities to be effective soldiers, he issued an imperial decree outlawing marriage for young men. Valentine defied this decree, continuing to perform secret marriages for Christian couples. When his activities were discovered, he was arrested and brought before the emperor. Despite attempts to convert Claudius to Christianity, Valentine was sentenced to a 3-part execution, consisting of beating, stoning, and finally decapitation on February 14, 296 AD.
269.
269. What's stoning? I forget.
They literally throw stones at him.
That's what I thought.
So they beat him until he couldn't move.
I was thinking like
suffering from that.
Grabbing a stone and just hammering down.
Well, stoning, everybody gets turned. Pick up a rock.
Well, everyone creates a pile around him.
Yeah.
And just beating him with stones. Not like today's stoning.
Nope, it's a little different.
Medieval Rome stoning is much different than today's stoning.
Valentinus is a Latin masculine name meaning strong, healthy, vigorous, or powerful. Strong, healthy, worthy, something like that. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted the meaning of Valentinus because you could just also name your child
Strong.
No,
Worthy.
number.
Oh.
You can number your children like one untas.
Okay. Sounds like one.
But like Latin numbers.
Oh.
Latin counting up, and just add us or tus. Like sextus for 6.
Okay. Is that what you're gonna do?
That's what I'm saying. Roman people probably did.
Oh, so he wasn't necessarily like. Well, maybe depending on the family. He wasn't the first, second, third, whatever.
You could also name, strong, wealthy, rich, powerful. Just in Roman. Like, not Roman, Latin. And then add us. Or tus. One of those two.
Strungtus.
But in Latin. So Valentus.
That's a lot of letters. Strongtus, but in Latin.
Valentus.
All right. The second figure is Valentine of Terni, a bishop who served in Interamna, modern-day Terni. He was reportedly executed in Rome during the persecutions of Emperor Aurelian in 273 AD. The accounts of his life share structural similarities with the Roman priest, often focusing on his refusal to renounce his faith and his ability to perform miracles. One legend states he healed the blind daughter of his jailer, Asterius, a miracle that led to the conversion of the entire household.
See what I'm saying? All ancient and medieval Roman names have us or tus in them at the end.
What? Because of
Valentus.
Asterius.
Claudius. Julius.
Julius Priest.
Augustus.
Julius Caesar.
See what I'm saying?
Okay.
All ancient and medieval Roman names have us or tus at the end of them. I don't know if it's all men or if it's women too. But I know that at least all men have us or tus at the end. With Latin, meaning a Latin meaning. Like, probably like
Strong,
masculine.
worthy, tailor, merchant.
Wealthy, masculine, powerful.
Smart. Stuff like that.
But yeah.
Adjectives. Bumpy. Smelly.
See, now, the names also have adjectives that would describe them in the good way. I don't think any Roman mother is going to name her son Smellitus.
Bumpytus?
Unless she wants her son to be smelly, bumpy, ugly.
Smoothtus.
Greentus.
He's poisonous. Stay away from that one.
Bluetus. He's
Brutus.
no, Brutus. Bruce.
Is that
He's
Greek,
a warlock.
Though? Is Brutus Greek, though?
I don't know.
They're pretty close. You keep thinking of Greek names. I'm playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and it's all the Greek world, like Socrates. I think there was a Brutus. Alexios, Perseus.
See, those always end in S, but they don't have a specific US or TUS. Just S.
If you say so. We talk about Valentine's more?
Oh, we got sidetracked on all of the us, tus, and S. A third Valentine is briefly mentioned in early martyrologies as having been martyred in Africa along with several companions. Excuse me. Through virtuality, no other details of his life survive. No. Virtuality, no other details. Virtually, no other details of his life survive. This fragmentation of identity led the Catholic Church to remove Saint Valentine from the general Roman calendar in 1969, though he remains recognized in Roman martyrology as a saint of local significance.
I guess. The physical remains of these saints became objects of veneration across Europe. Relics attributed to Saint Valentine are found in the Basilica of Santa Maria and Cosmedin in Rome, where his flower-crowned skull is displayed. The Whitefriars Street Carmelite Church in Dublin, and the Basilica of Saint Valentine in Tierney. These sites remained important pilgrimage destinations throughout the Middle Ages, cementing the saint's name in the popular consciousness long before he was associated with romance.
Romance.
Oh,
is that where it came from? I bet that's where the word derived from. Romance.
Where did the word romance come from? The etymology of romance. The word romance originated from the Latin term Roman-ice, Roman ICE, meaning in the Roman manner. It evolved from describing vernacular languages derived from Latin to labeling medieval tales of chivalry, eventually coming to signify idolized love and intimate relationships by the 17th and 19th century. Latin origin, 5th century, derived from Romanicus, of Roman origin, and the adverb Romanus in the vernacular or the Roman manner. Old French, the term evolved into Romans or Romans with a Z, referring to tales, verses, or stories written in the vernacular rather than Latin. Chivalric tales, 12th to 13th centuries, these Romans with a Z tales typically featured knights' adventures, and courtly love, associating the word with romantic, idolized, and often unattainable love. In the modern meaning, 17th to 19th centuries, by the 1660s, romance began to describe love stories. By 1801, it came to mean an imaginative, adventurous quality, and by 1916, it was commonly used for a love affair. So it has Latin history.
It even talks about the Romance languages, which are French, Spanish, Italian, all very close to Latin and to each other because they're all derived from Latin very closely.
There you go. Pretty languages. Or so we've been told.
Yeah.
There you go. Keep going. The transition
from martyr to assistant Cupid was not immediate. Early legends focused on Valentine's spiritual fortitude rather than his romantic inclinations. The sentimental embellishments, such as the claim that he sent the first Valentine note to his jailer's daughter signed by, quote, "from your Valentine," unquote, are largely viewed by historians as later medieval additions intended to align the saint with the emerging culture of the courtly love.
Fake news.
I would think that the love letters emerged in the 17th or 19th centuries with...
When people learn to write.
No, not when they learned to write, but like when knights had like undying love
Romances.
and they were in war, so they had to send love letters to the person they were in love with.
Maybe.
I think that's where love letters should have started.
I think that's your girl side talking.
Well, I, as the girl receiving a love letter in the 17th or 19th centuries, should,
My dear lady, please pardon the rat feces that sits upon this letter's header. So I bequeath my love to you in this ink.
Why are there rat feces on the letter if they're being mailed?
There was no mailing in the 17th century. It was Black Plague in the 17th century.
17th through 19th century.
Maybe later on, Pony Express, sending and receiving mail is a relatively new thing in the greater world. I think. Could be wrong on that. I mean, letters were sent, but it wasn't like considered an important thing.
Pigeons.
Pigeons.
Your mail pigeons.
Messenger pigeons.
That take a fortnight to get there and 2 moons to get back to you.
Well, if you want it to arrive, if it takes a fortnight to get there and back, it's 14 days. So if you want to know it arrived, you're going to have to send your love letter on February 1st.
Actually, January 31st, because 14 nights.
Okay. You got me. The decisive shift that linked St. Valentine's Day to romantic love occurred in the late 14th century. 14 again. Primarily through the literary work of Geoffrey Chaucer. Before this period, there is no documented evidence that February 14 was celebrated as a day of romance. Scholars such as Jack B. Orrick argue that Chaucer essentially invented the romantic Valentine's Day by synthesizing folk traditions with his own poetic vision. In 1375, Chaucer composed the Parliament of Fowls, a dream vision poem that depicts the gathering of birds on St. Valentine's. That's spelled SEINTVALENTYNES. St. Valentine's Day. So choose their mates for the coming year. The poem contains a seminal line, "For this was on St. Valentine's Day, when every bird cometh there to choose his mate.
The choice of February 14th was likely influenced by the medieval belief that spring began in mid-February, a time when birds were observed starting their courtship rituals. While the climate of a modern British February might seem ill-suited for such activity, under the Julian calendar used in Chaucer's time, February 14th would have fallen closer to what now is February 23rd, a more plausible date for the onset of spring-like weather.
And we're living in those conditions now. It's cold as fluff outside right now.
There's how many inches of snow? Because it's like the same amount as when we got it.
Yeah, 8 to 10 inches, and it's just blowing everywhere now.
Yep.
It's been so dry and cold.
It's all powder snow. No packing snowmans.
But in 2 weeks...
At least where we live, it's all powder snow.
In 2 weeks, it might be very different.
It's all ice. Melted ice.
32 degrees is going to feel downright tropical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When it comes around.
Because we've been at single digits.
Yeah, man.
Why?
For high. High doesn't get out of single digits.
Not even at... Well, high doesn't get out of teens.
Welcome to the middle of Pennsylvania. Chaucer's poetry flourished during a period when the concept of courtly love, fin amour, was being institutionalized in the courts of England and France. This tradition idolized a form of noble, often unrequited love, characterized by chivalric devotion, secret longing, and the exchange of poetic verses. Valentine's Day provided a perfect liturgical anchor for these social practices. The influence of this literary movement led to the creation of the Cour Amoureux, Court of Love, in Paris on Valentine's Day in 1400. Again, 1400. That's now 15th century, or the last year of the... No, 16th century.
No, 15.
15. It's the...
First year of 15.
First... No.
Or last of 14th, first of 15.
Right,
it's in 1400. That bridge.
Yeah. This institution, which boasted over 600 members, including the highest lords of the realm, held competitions where poets presented verses to ladies who served as judges. Winners were awarded golden crowns, further cementing the link between the holiday and the aristocratic pursuit of romance.
I wanted to check the weather, and currently it is 12. The weather says it's sunny, but it feels like 7 because the wind is 10 miles. Not too bad.
2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, but the low is 1. It happened at... The low was at around 6:45-ish. 6:30 to 6:45-ish. It started warming up around 7:30. Like 7:20-ish, 7:30-ish. But it got to 2 degrees. The high is only 13. We're almost to the high. Don't you worry.
Thank you for the weather report. We're talking about ancient times now. Thank you. It's the weather report for the middle of Pennsylvania.
Northeastern.
What? Northeastern?
Aren't we northeastern Pennsylvania?
No, bro. We're almost dead center.
Oh.
Slightly to the east of center.
Middle of Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to tell you our town. I don't want to dox ourselves.
If you say so.
I don't want to get kidnapped, you know?
I do.
Are you sure about that?
Well, I was just sing jingle bells all the time. They're going to drop me off someplace. They won't like that.
You know what? Yeah, that's a good strategy. Annoy them till they let you go.
There's been a news article that... we're going to start distracted again. I've seen the news article a couple of times. I guess somebody stole a car and there happened to be a young black boy in the back seat. Or maybe they took the boy. Anyway, there was a young boy involved and he knew church hymns. So he just kept singing church hymns and drove the kidnapper crazy. Took him back home.
Yeah, I'm just going to start screaming brain rot and asking, "Where's my sandwich, woman?" Even if it's a man.
Shut up. Shut up. Taking you out right now.
I'm hungry. Chaucer's Valentine poetry did not merely reflect the status quo. It also interrogated the power dynamics of medieval courtship. In the Parliament of Fowls, the central formal eagle is presented with 3 suitors but ultimately chooses to defer her decision for a year, asserting her own agency and power of negotiation.
Negation.
This was a radical departure from the contemporary reality where marriages among the nobility were often arranged by family patriarchs for an economic or political gain. By granting his avian characters the right of choice, Chaucer authorized the female desire and provided a space for exploring multi-class perspectives on love.
Thanks, Chaucer. Give the ladies some power in the decision.
It's like dressing for the female gaze instead of male.
Okay.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Trust me, it's a thing.
Yep, I'll go with it.
A lot of women these days dress for female gaze and not just male gaze. Or not male gaze at all.
You go, girl.
You better work.
The visual vernacular of Valentine's Day is dominated by 3 primary icons: the heart, the red rose, and the figure of Cupid. Each of these symbols has a distinct historical and mythological trajectory that predates its current holiday association. The stylized red heart is perhaps the most universal symbol of the holiday, yet its shape bears little resemblance to the human organ. 3 major theories exist regarding its origin. We want to take each one to that?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Sophium theory. The ancient North African city of Cyrene grew a plant called Sophium, a giant fennel prized as a seasoning, and more significantly, as a potent contraceptive. The plant's seed pod was distinctly heart-shaped, because Sophium was vital to Cyrene's economy and linked to sexuality, its image appeared on their coins. This association between the shape of procreation and may have laid the foundation for its link to love.
Interesting. Number 2, botanical stylization. Early art often used heart-shaped leaves, such as ivy or fig, to symbolize fidelity and eternal love. Ivy was frequently depicted in Grecian vase paintings, and Dionysus often in erotic scenes, reinforcing its link to passion. I don't mess with ivy because I don't know which ones are for sure poison ivy or anything like that, because me and poison ivy don't get along. So I would not accept a Valentine with ivy involved. No, thank you. I choose life.
Me too. I don't know that many kinds of ivy. I mainly only know poison ivy.
Right.
Both of them. Poison ivy, the plant, and the character.
There you go.
Anatomical misconceptions. In the Middle Ages, human dissection was rare, and the artists relied on descriptions from Aristotle and Galen.
Sounds good to me.
He described the heart as having 3 chambers and a central indentation. So, 3 chambers.
So I guess a box here, and then the pointed box on the bottom, and then a center indentation. Maybe? I mean, if we were... We did it. We made the heart with our hands.
Box, indentation.
I guess. But that's not an anatomical heart.
It's a love heart, not an anatomical.
There's a difference now.
But we didn't know the anatomical one back then. We only had Aristotle and Galen.
Yeah, just their words. And they're like, okay, whatever. It's got 3 chambers and an indentation. So the artist is like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that makes sense. It's
Right.
about this big. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, read the description there. Here you go.
Early depictions, such as those in the 13th century manuscript, Roman de la Poire,
Poir. Yeah, sure. Or Poirway. Sure.
Roman de la Poire, romance of the pair, let it sink in, showed the heart as a pine cone or a pear-like shape held upside down with the point facing up. Point facing up? Wouldn't the point be facing down?
Well, no, not in the early depictions.
So like a spade? Without
Yeah.
the...
Yeah. For some reason, it was a upside down pear.
But not upside down because the point was facing up.
No, yeah.
But then we turned it upside down.
For some reason.
They were like, oh yeah, that looks right, but we're gonna keep this and just... Oh, it's how we got the heart cards. They were like, spades. What if we just removed this little tail part and flipped it and turned it red? It looks so much different. It was not until the 14th and 15th centuries that the scalloped dent at the base became common and the orientation was flipped to point downward.
There it is. The association of red roses with romance is rooted in Greco-Roman mythology. Roses were said to have sprung from the ground where Aphrodite walked, or from the blood of her lover, Adonis, after he was killed by a wild boar. In Rome, roses were used as confetti at weddings and worn as crowns by newlyweds. The Victorian era solidified the rose's status through the practice of floriography, or the language of flowers. In a society with strict social rules regarding the verbal expression of emotion, lovers used specific flowers to convey secret messages. A red rose specifically signified deep passion, while pink represented admiration and white represented purity. Today, the scale of this tradition is immense, with over 200 million red roses produced annually for Valentine's Day, primarily in Colombia, Ecuador, and Kenya. Can you believe it? See what I did there? I'll see myself out.
So bad. You'll see yourself half out. You only have one eye. Let's face it.
I don't know if that's a pun or a diss.
It's both.
Puntus. Another Roman name.
Probably means like funny.
Kicked out of your house.
I puntus you out. I was gonna say, now we have white roses instead of red roses at weddings.
Now?
Probably. A lot of people are probably doing white roses because we hate colors these days.
Yeah. Or a little bit of color. We can have red 5 in our Skittles. Well, they're slowly taking that out. But we can't have red 5 in our cars anymore.
I thought it was red 40.
Oh, okay, whatever it is.
Isn't it like yellow 5?
Probably. I can't keep up with all the color hexadecimal.
All of the colors have cancerous cells in them, but red has the most, and that's why we're getting rid of it.
Is that what the 40 is? It's the rating to cancer?
It's
yellow 5, you can get a little bit of cancer, 5% cancer, but red 40, you get 40% cancer. Yeah, is that how it goes?
I have no clue.
Red occurs naturally in nature, so red should be easy to get.
Yeah.
Blue purple too.
It's only America who also has these dyes, so if you go to another country, if you go to Europe and try to get Skittles, they're going to be less vibrant because they have less red 40, yellow 5, and blue something.
Interesting facts.
I learned that in science last year.
Was it a year ago, close to Valentine's Day? Because this is about Valentine's Day.
We were on our sales unit. I think it was like December to January.
Once again, distraction has overcome this topic.
You got me caught on red 40. Because you said red 5.
All right.
It's yellow 5, not red 5.
Keep going.
Cupid originated the Greek god Eros, depicted by ancient poets as a handsome, powerful, immortal who toyed with the emotions of gods, and men using golden arrows to incite love and leaden arrows to inspire aversion.
Leaden arrows. You get shot with a lead arrow, then you start hating somebody. And then you die because lead is poisonous when it gets shot into your buttocks.
And you can't make a lead arrow out of a mechanical pencil or just any pencil at all because that is not actually lead, it's graphite. You've been lied to.
I had more twists than an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
I don't know that movie. But, yeah. Things they don't tell you in school. It's not actually lead in your pencil, it's graphite. So no, don't break apart all your pencils and try to make a bow and arrow with your pencil lead.
Because it's not lead.
Exactly. Over centuries, this deity was gradually domesticated. By the time he appeared on Victorian Valentine cards, he had morphed from a formidable young man into the playful, mischievous, and chubby cherub that remains the dominant motive today. Little baby.
Little Cupid.
Blonde baby, specifically. It's always blonde.
An arrowhead that's shaped like a heart.
That's also got, it's like gold. And
he's got wings.
And he has a diaper, but not actually a diaper. What's the cloud covering him? Because he sits in the clouds?
Sometimes.
He's a matchmaker of the modern days.
Sometimes.
And like the apps we use.
The transition from performed poetry to the exchange of physical objects began in the 15th century. The earliest known written Valentine was sent in 1415 by Charles, Duke of Orleans, to his wife while he was imprisoned in the Tower of London. By the 17th century, the custom had spread to the broader population in England. Samuel Pepys, Pepys, P-E-P-Y-S, and then the apostrophe S for
This is 17th century.
Pepsi. Samuel Pepys. Pepys. Samuel Pepys' diaries reveal that Valentines were often accompanied by tangible gifts like gloves, silk stockings, and garters. Don't think your mother would like gloves for Valentine's Day.
Or silk stockings.
Maybe silk stockings, but not garters.
Not garters.
Keep going.
I don't know if she really she doesn't wear stockings.
No.
She would want jeggings.
Jeggings.
Or capris. She wears those a lot.
You're giving me Valentine's gift ideas for your mother? Is that what you're doing?
I don't know if she wants clothes, though. Because she already has a lot of clothes.
She just wants to be away from you people for a long period of time in the warm weather.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Not wrong at all. Really. The 18th century saw the emergence of mechanical valentines, pre-printed cards colored by hand. For those lacking poetic skill, Valentine writers, small pamphlets containing sentimental verses, became popular. However, the holiday truly exploded in popularity in the mid-19th century due to two primary factors. One, printing advances, the development of
You get there. Lithography.
And mass-produced embossed paper allowed for the creation of intricate, affordable cards. Two, the penny post. The 1840 introduction of the uniform penny post in Britain made it possible to send a letter anywhere in the country for a single penny, drastically increasing the volume of Valentines sent.
Post office got crazy.
But now today,
in the mid 1800s.
Today, in at least elementary school that I went to, we had Valentine's parties and we had to buy everyone Valentine, and we went around giving out the Valentines for everybody.
Yeah.
And you got a lot of candy.
Yeah. Elementary school tends to do that, but when you get into middle school, everything gets real dull.
Well, not really. We still have Valentines we can buy for everyone, but we can buy for people we want to buy a Valentine for.
Not all 30 of the kids in your classroom?
Well, I have 4 classes and they're different.
So you're saying you want to buy 120 Valentines to give to every one of your classmates that you do and don't like.
I also have an 8th grade class.
So you need to buy for all the 8th graders too. This is getting out of control. Thus, the over-commercialization of this holiday that started with sacrificial goats and dogs.
And hitting women, naked priests hitting women with strips of goat.
They were covered in goat skin?
Are you sure it said naked?
Well, they were naked under the goat skin. Or they weren't naked under the goat skin. They wore the goat skin.
But they hit the women with the goat skin.
Yeah.
But they're only wearing strips of goat skin.
They were hitting the women with the strips of goat. And also wearing goat skin.
So how many goats did they kill off?
Well, it said...
And most probably milk.
Goats and a dog.
Okay, but they're wearing the goat skin. It didn't say they're wearing the dog skin. The dog gets a proper burial. The goat is being used in 10 different ways.
Yep. I wonder if that's where the milk came from, too.
That's what I'm saying. They most likely used the goat's milk and then they killed it. And then used the goat's blood. And then they used the goat's fur off for the naked priests to spank the women around the church.
Fun. Lots of fun.
And then they probably used the excess meat from the goat to eat.
Hot dogs. Goat dogs. Nothing goes to waste.
See, I don't think they're eating goat dogs. I think they're just eating goat meat. Like regular goat meat, not processed goat meat.
Like we have chicken wings. So they use goat legs. Goat drumsticks.
We're getting off topic.
Yeah. In the United States, Esther Howland of Worcester, Massachusetts, became a pioneer of the industry in the 1840s. Inspired by imported English cards, she established a factory where a staff of women used an assembly line method to create high-end, three-dimensional valentines adorned with lace and gilded paper. Her business was so successful that it earned up to $100,000 annually, a staggering sum at the time, earning her the title of Mother of the American Valentine. 1840s, $100,000. I'm going to see what that is in inflation.
Probably like $1 billion.
We're getting quiet. How much is 100,000 in the 1840s worth today? $3.73 million. That's how much she was making annually. Over $3 million. Good for her.
She could probably buy a house with that today.
A pretty good house.
Yeah, a nice house, but a house.
Not a couple.
No, it's definitely not a couple. How's she gonna afford groceries? She buys 2 houses? Oof, girl. You're gonna be surviving off ramen for weeks.
Yep. You're shopping at Aldi and eating canned chili. Read the next part. The next part gets interesting.
Not all Victorian Valentines were romantic. The era also saw the rise of vinegar Valentines. Right? Satirical, often insulting cards sent anonymously to mock spinsters, bachelors, or people with perceived character flaws. These cards served as a form of social policing, allowing individuals to express disapproval or rejection under the cover of the holiday's traditions.
So you want to send regular Valentines to 80% of the classes that you go to, but you want to send vinegar Valentines to 20% of the people that you go to schools.
It's basically giving a backhanded compliment.
Yes, it is.
Or, because I've watched people who make like early 2000 content. Alright, this is how I know this stuff.
Okay.
And it's like you would give someone the number to the rejection hotline, was it? Or something?
Okay.
I don't know, but like something about being rejected, but you think you're getting someone's number after they ask you out, but you're really not. You're just getting rejected.
Yikes. Backhanded. Mm-hmm.
It's like, you're so confident. I love your confidence.
What?
I love your confidence.
Thanks.
It's backhanded compliment.
It is. But some people don't know how to take see, if you're giving somebody a backhanded compliment and they say thank you, now you are disappointed because they didn't get upset.
I'd be happy that they didn't know, because I was like, oh, that felt nice to say that to someone.
And got away with it.
Because that person is too oblivious to know that I just pretty much insulted you. And now you're just calling yourself oblivious.
And I'm the jerk who wants to see women get spanked with goat parts, showing how much that man loves that woman. He is so into her that he spanked her with a goat part. And you are out here.
Priests who were doing that.
Yeah, but that was showing their interest in that woman.
No, that was all of the women. The women did that to themselves because they wanted to be fertile.
They wanted ease in childbirth. Getting spanked by a naked priest with goat parts.
Because Romans are weird, man.
And here you are in the modern day giving backhanded compliments.
That's not me. I was just showing you an example. I was giving an example for the people who don't know what a backhanded compliment is, or an example of one.
Your mom must like your face so much. That's why she sends you to school for 8 hours every day. While the core concept of Valentine's Day has been exported globally, different cultures have synthesized the holiday with local traditions, resulting in unique ceremonial structures. In Japan, the holiday is highly structured, two-part celebration. On February 14, the obligation to give falls solely on women. They provide chocolate to men in 3 categories.
Now it's the other way around, and I'm very happy about that.
You want to give chocolate to men?
No, I like that it's the other way around. Men give chocolate to women.
Oh, okay. Guri Choco, obligation chocolate, given to male colleagues, friends, or superiors as a social necessity. You want to take the next one? Hanmei?
Hanmei choco, true feeling chocolate, reserved for romantic partners and often handmade.
Tomo Choco, friend chocolate, exchanged among female friends. See, there you go. There's your galentine.
Yeah.
The Tomo Choco.
He even had Valentines like in the 14th century.
No, this is modern. This is modern Japan. This is what they do in Japan now. But it's not just February 14th. Read that next part.
1 month later, on March 14th, Japan celebrates White Day, where men are expected to return the favor with white-themed gifts, white chocolate, marshmallows, or jewelry. The tradition of Sanbai Gaishi?
Sure, Sanbai Gaishi.
That sounds Japanese. Triple the return suggests that the man's gift should be worth 3 times the value of the chocolate he received.
So you give your man some chocolate.
$100 chocolate.
And then you're expected to get $300 in chocolate in March?
Yeah, $300 chocolate. Or $300 jewelry.
I see. That's how it's going to be.
You give and you get more. You give a lot and you get way more.
That's called greed. I'm going to give so much and I expect
That's called
more.
Strategy.
I expect more.
Well, that's the tradition. I'm just following tradition.
See, women have these things in their bodies called expectations.
Men have them too.
Do they, though? To that extent? Maybe. Probably.
Yeah.
All right. Check this out.
Have you seen Modern America?
I live there.
Yeah.
South Korea follows this same cycle but adds Black Day on April 14 for those who were forgotten on the previous 2 holidays. Oh. Singles gather at restaurants to eat Jajangmyeon, I guess. Jajangmyeon?
Mayan? Jajangmyeon? Yeah.
I like how you said it. Jajangmyeon. Jajangmyeon. Thick noodles topped with a dark, salty black bean sauce as a humorous way to commiserate over their single status. Huh. I mean, sure. You want to eat salty bean noodle sauce?
Be my guest.
Keep going. We're so close to being done.
In many Latin American nations, the holiday is rebranded as Dia del Amor y la Amistad.
Very good. Now just read the English version of it.
Day of Love and Friendship. Dia de los Muertos.
Different.
Day of the Dead. But we're talking about Dia del Amor y la Amistad.
Now you got it.
I'm a professional. In Colombia, the celebration occurs on the 3rd Saturday of September. A common tradition is Amigo Secreto.
Secret friend.
A game similar to Secret Santa, where friends exchange anonymous gifts throughout the month before a final reveal. So that's multiple gifts, not just one gathering and one gift.
And it's a
bunch of gifts.
It occurs on the 3rd Saturday of September. So it culminates on the 3rd day of September. You get a bunch of gifts, and then the 3rd Saturday, not 3rd day, 3rd Saturday of September is like, it was me the whole time. Amigo secreto. Mi amor. Brazil presents a unique case. Because February 14 often clashes with the national carnival, Brazil celebrates Dia dos Namorados. Dia dos Namorados. Lover's Day on June 12th. This date coincides with the eve of the feast of St. Anthony, the matchmaker saint. Brazilian traditions include simpatias, folk rituals, not simps. Don't go there.
Simpatias.
Folk rituals performed by singles to attract a spouse, such as placing a statue of St. Anthony upside down in a glass of water until a partner is found. What?
I mean, the simps are doing whatever they can.
Look how upside down my St. Anthony is. Just for you.
He's a complete... What would vertical be? 90 degrees.
Senorita, gaze upon my upside down St. Anthony.
Would it be 270 because he's upside down?
270 sideways. 0 up, 90 side to the sides.
0,
180. What?
0, 90, 180,
Where is your orientation?
270.
Why
A
is zero-
circle.
Why is 0 on the side?
Because I don't know. That's how I've always had angles be.
I think you're dyslexic.
No, tell that to my school and how we go with our protractors.
Yeah, I guess.
Protractors are half
0
circles.
angle is the horizontal plane.
0, 90,
Mm-hmm.
180. Would this be 270?
I guess.
360.
And 0.
Yeah.
Fine.
When you're ending and beginning.
Fine.
While Western Valentine's Day is popular in urban China, it coexists with the Jishi.
There you go. But I think you raise up at the end. Jishi.
Probably.
It's a weird Mandarin thing.
A lot of languages do that when they have the same word for one thing.
But it's spelled Qixi. If you're going to give it an American,
they have the same word
Arabic
for different
letters.
Things. They have the same word for different things. So
there's a guy on Instagram. He's hilarious. He's an American guy, but he speaks Mandarin fluently, and he asked himself a question like, so I'll just throw out weird examples. So tell me about the fish. And how would you say, how much is the fish? And then his Chinese translation Mandarin translation would be one thing. And then he would say, how is your uncle? Or something like that. He would say like 4 different things. And then the whole, okay, now say all that together. And then it's just like, I've
seen that. Right, it's the same exact word,
but
just different pronunciation
and emphasis on different syllables and raising your voice in different parts of it, like a question, but in the middle of it in American language.
A comparison, like a similarity to like help you understand better is emphasis in a sentence like, I didn't do that thing, or I didn't steal her wallet.
Like you're italicizing one word.
Someone else stole the wallet. I didn't steal the wallet. Did something else with this wallet.
Yeah.
I didn't steal this wallet. Did something else with this wallet. I didn't steal this wallet. I stole another wallet.
Right. Depending on where you put that emphasis, that raised voice will determine, or it shows your guilt or innocence.
I didn't steal this wallet. Or
which one did you steal?
I didn't steal this wallet. I stole a different thing.
Right. So what did you steal? What are you confessing to anyway?
I didn't steal the wallet. I didn't steal the wallet.
And now you emphasize didn't.
Because I didn't do that.
But you could use that to your advantage if you did steal something else. I didn't steal the wallet. Oh, wait. What did you steal? Or you could say, I didn't steal the wallet.
I stole something else.
But that's not clear when you emphasize didn't.
Double meanings.
Mm-hmm. Keep
it's
going.
Like homophones. Same word, different sound.
Mm-hmm.
Same sound, different word.
Yep, different emphasis.
There. Two.
Sort of. But depending on where you put the emphasis, like, I always go to permit or permit. You have a learner's permit and your permit. Now you are permitted.
You permit someone to drive with their learner's permit.
Right. Exactly. We said it on the last episode too, where if you say Lancaster, you mean the one in California. If you say, no, If you say Lancaster, it's the one in Pennsylvania. If you say Lancaster, it's the one in California.
But everyone who doesn't live in Pennsylvania always calls it Lancaster.
Something like that.
Pennsylvanian is Lancaster.
Once again.
Californian is Lancaster.
So distracted.
Well,
we're almost done. Go.
Traditional cheese sheet customs focused on young women praying to Genu. Genu for wisdom and needlework skills. Though modern celebrations have increasingly adopted Western-style gifting and romantic dinners.
The modern perception of Valentine's Day as a commercial cash grab is not without merit, but it is the result of long-term economic trends. The transition began in the 1840s when advertising companies in the U.S. began promoting the holiday as a necessary, quote, soul play to balance the, quote, head work of industrial life. In the 20th and 21st centuries, the holiday became institutionalized by influential corporations. Richard Cadbury introduced the first heart-shaped chocolate box in 1861. Dirty human.
Cadbury chocolate.
And Hallmark began mass production of cards in 1913. Once again, foolish humans. Today, the holiday is as much about social performance as it is about personal affection. Social media has ratcheted up the scrutiny on how a couple celebrates, with the focus often shifting to the external representation of romance, luxury gifts, fancy dinners, and public displays rather than the internal bond.
Hallmark movies are so cheesy, but sometimes they're very interesting.
Once again, your girl is talking.
It's not my fault you had 4 of them.
Your girl is showing.
It's not my fault you had 4 of them, and I have to... I have multiple references, alright?
It's okay to not like Hallmark movies.
They're
not going to win any awards.
You're right there. You're right there, sister.
But they are low impact. So you can just turn on a Hallmark movie and kind of get the gist of it. And you can just, like, let it play mindlessly. You can just do something else. Like clean your room while the Hallmark movie is playing.
But my room's already clean.
At this hour, we should keep going.
As a reaction to over-commercialization, movements toward market resistance have emerged. Some consumers elect to boycott the traditional gift exchange or participate in alternative consumption traditions, such as buying gifts for themselves as an act of self-love. Jibun taco in Japan. These trends suggest that while the holiday's commercial framework is robust, the way individuals interact with it is increasingly diverse, ranging from rigid adherence to social obligation to outright rejection of its materialistic pressures.
The evolution of Valentine's Day reflects a remarkable capacity for cultural adaptation, from the blood-soaked fibula of Rome to the gilded lace of Esther Howland and the digital gift economies of contemporary Tokyo. The holiday has consistently served as a mechanism for negotiating human relationships. It persists because it offers a sanctioned period for the abandon of feeling, providing a bridge between the pragmatic realities of life and the idealistic pursuit of connection, whether viewed as a poetic invention of the Middle Ages or a strategic marketing triumph of the Victorian era. Valentine's Day remains a vital, if complicated, artifact of the human experience. There we go. That's Valentine's Day.
Plus a couple other things.
What?
Because we got sidetracked.
So many sidetractions. There was only, basically 6 pages of notes, but somehow we still turned it into an hour-and-a-half episode.
It's hard that I know a lot of facts, alright?
It was good.
I'm helping the people learn, okay?
They are going to learn, probably.
They need this valuable information.
Valentineable. information.
Were we gonna end it on that note? Valentineable?
Yep. You know what day of the week Valentine's Day is on this year?
Saturday.
Saturday the 14th. You know what the day before?
Foreshadowing.
Mhm.
Foreshadowing.
I'll just tell you, I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious. Question brought.
Question answered.